Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I come to you with a completely different video, and this video has been in my thoughts for a really long time. I went through a personal experience that I would like to share with you, and some of the things that I did that were good and some things that I wished I have done differently. And hopefully this video is gonna help out some of you that are potentially going through a similar life experience that I did. And if so, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via IG on Lazzarini911. If you want to discuss more, I'm open to talk to you. I have, went through this, and I'm more than happy to share with you some more details if you wish to. I don't want to make this super long, so now I'll get straight to the point. This is gonna be video one of two videos for my personal things. One is gonna be about brain stroke and what happened after it. This is the video one. The second one is gonna be on weight loss, so I'm not gonna go more into that video now, so I'm gonna just focus on this one. If you see me looking a bit like this is because I have an iPad mini here on the side where I have put down some notes which I want to discuss on how and what and some of the positives and negatives that came out of this experience. So I take you back to April 2017 when I was at work. I suddenly felt bad, and my brain stroke basically started. The way it exhibited in my case was I started to talk in my native language, which is Slovenian, to one of my colleagues, and she noticed that something is off. And therefore she said, okay, I think something's happening here. And little did I know, I was just, talking to some people which were actually medics. And my first reaction was like, what do you want from me? Go away. Try to push them away. And then they somehow put me in a chair and they wheelchaired me to the ambulance. And the next thing I realized was I was already in the ambulance driving towards the hospital, and they were putting a central line through my arm here, through my palm, which would start to try to burst through the clot. They were putting a central line, so when I would get into the hospital, they would immediately put me on IV, which they did, obviously. Nevertheless, that didn't help. The blockage still stayed in my brain. It was not able to be unblocked anymore. And the result was I went pretty much paralyzed on my left side of the body, which with a lot of therapy later on got better to a point that it is today. As you can see, I have movement in my hand. Also, I do on my left leg. But obviously, when I walk, I do exhibit a bit of limping. So therefore, you can see that something is not completely right there, and that's okay. But not the point of this video. The point of this video is what I did after it and what could have done different. So this is what I wanted to address in this video. I'm a bit all over the place, which is usual of me, nothing new. But hey, it is what it is, right? So when this happened to me and I wake up in the hospital, and first of all, there is a shock and horror because you realize that you're not able, at least in my case, I was not able to move my left side of the body, and I was like in complete horror, and I was like, what the hell? And as I got calmed down by the nurse, I realized what actually happened. And here we come to the tricky part. So a few days is passed, and the good thing after the brain stroke for you is to try to start to exercise as soon as possible, because that's the only good way to potentially reconnect some of the lines, nerve lines in your body from your head down to your limbs in order to reactivate the functions in your arms, legs, and so on. So try to do this as soon as possible. But obviously, easier said than done. And this is a clear example in my case. So what happened with me was, after it happened, I was like, first thing is like at least me, I was angry on me, on the world, on everybody, on Jesus Christ, on whoever you can imagine. I was just hated everybody. And what happened to me was that that has deteriorated my ability or willingness at that moment in time to start exercising immediately. So I was basically trying to avoid exercising. I didn't put my will and my power into it. So whenever a physiotherapy lady came to me, I was trying to push her away, not to exercise. And this is obviously not the right way to do it. And of course, first, you need to get over the anger and hate part in order to be able to move forward. So try to do this as soon as possible. Obviously, it will take more or less time depending on how you are able to move forward. For me, it took quite a long time. So to give you an example, the first 2 weeks I was completely not willing to exercise at all. I pushed away all my friends, all my loved ones, big mistake, and was just, hating on everything, just was not able to cope with it very well. And some people who know me would say, yeah, of course, it's because you're a diva. It is, you are who you are, and, not to judge anybody, but the reality remains the same. The sooner you will be able to get over yourself, the sooner you will get down the rehabilitation path. And that's just how it is. There's no other way around it. Try not to push your friends away. Try not to push your loved ones away. It happened. It happened to me. And what now, right? So the mistakes that I did, and as I said, I don't want to make this a half an hour thing. The mistakes that I did was not to start exercising sooner and not to, listen to people around me. And the second big mistake I did is I pushed away a lot of the people around me and kind of locked myself into my little world. I started also to eat very badly, and that's gonna come in the second video, but just to give you a preview of that, I went from around 95 kilos to like 129 at my worst, and now I'm down to below 80. But nevertheless, one, accept the reality. As brutal as that is, you need to do that. There is no other way around it, okay? Second, once you accept it, embrace your friends, embrace their support and willingness to help you. I had people and loved ones around me which nevertheless, to my bad behavior and unwillingness to collaborate, were sticking with me and helped me turn my mentality around. I know it's individual. For me, it was quite bad. And I'm very sorry because I was not hurting just myself, but also hurting my loved ones and also my friends. So I'm apologizing for that also via this live video in front of everybody. So I'm sorry, you know who you are, people, and thank you once again to all of you to help me to get through this mess. Stay strong, as I said before, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I know it's tough. I've been on the wheelchair almost for a year, so before I regained my ability to walk with crutches. So today I'm crutch free. I'm able to drive, I'm able to walk, able to take care of myself. I don't need help with bathing, washing, shaving, whatnot. So I'm completely self-contained. So if you have any questions or you would just like to consult or talk, I feel you, I hear you. Reach out to me on Lazzarini911 on IG and we can talk at your convenience and my convenience. I'm more than happy to help if you have any questions. Stay safe, stay good, feel free to reach out, as I said, and come to me with any questions if you need to. I love you and God bless you. Stay strong and believe to achieve. Bye for now. Bye.